Good evening, Facebook friends. This is Rich Glennon here, Joseph Mercado. This is Rich, Joseph. Just coming at you just for a little part two from my personal journey story. And about remember that headline that you read on about the random guy in Starbucks? Well, guess what? Here he is right here.
That's me.
So we just want to bring it together on a live show and just give you a little video snippet. You know, just to show like how people in life really unite. You just never know. And, you know, the moments that we come up against, you know, driving, let's say, 1,500 miles, run into some guy that you don't know, and before you know it, you become really good friends. You know, I consider him like a brother. And you know what? You know, this is how it's supposed to be in life. And, you know, we find ourselves in certain trials and tribulations, situations, but when the universe and God connects you and the right people, and as long as you're staying on a positive path, and yes, if it weren't for the negatives, those positives couldn't take place. You know, what we find ourselves is connecting and, again, uniting with each other, and opportunities come up inside that unity. So always know that if you're feeling stuck, you feel like the right people are in your path, you know, different things will happen. You just never know unexpectedly. But, you know, how cool is that, Rich? You know, all of a sudden you're just sitting there stirring your coffee, you spill on the floor, like this guy next to you is like, hey, you know, just the way things happen.
It really was amazing. I mean, the fact that I walked into that Starbucks, which, by the way, I don't really support Starbucks, and had they not been on the side of the road, I wouldn't have been in there. So the fact that I went in there for coffee, thank God for Starbucks. The fact that I was in there at that time and that we bumped into each other and had that little conversation, there was another person involved with you know, we bounced positive stuff off of each other, and it was unplanned because, you know, Joe was driving one way, I was driving the other way. It was just that perfect timing. We bumped into each other, shared some positive words, and then, you know, we exchanged numbers, and here we are, like, 8-10 months later or something like that. Just helping me write my book, something that I've been pushing off for years. Have a lot of experience and knowledge in different variations of life. I've helped a lot of people, but you know, I wasn't jumping into anything. I just kept making excuses. So that was kind of the impetus to get us, you know, meeting, but really helping, I think, each other enhance our lives. So
That's right.
Awesome.
No, it really is, man. I'm really thankful that you're here today, chilling out past 3 days in the Orphan's Dream Cabin here in the Appalachian Mountains once again. And, you know, and you're right. I have to agree with you, Rich. You know, sometimes it's just that moment. It's just that moment creates that spark. You were looking for someone to help you write a book about your life experience, and you just didn't know where to start. And you would agree, I'm sure, that there's a lot of people out there that may even be watching this video right now that are just unsure, and they just don't know what to do, and they feel stuck. But, you know, when two people connect, that moment helps everything else shift the vibration for us to get unstuck.
Right.
And this is where we are today, so...
Yeah, I'm very happy that we met that day. I'm very happy that I was on that road, that I pulled over at that time. Like I said, not only about the book, but Joe and I have created a great friendship. We talk on the phone all the time, lengthy conversations, as if, like, I call him Brother Joe. I don't call more than two people that.
Oh, I appreciate that. Thank you. So, you're all right, Rich. All right.
So, you know, it's like I really do enjoy our conversations, our relationship like that, and you know, we're helping each other out, and that's really all it comes down to. I mean, any given two people can meet together at any given time, but it's really, are you aware of what's going on in your surroundings? Are you open to what can happen? Whether it's a romantic relationship or a business relationship or a family relationship, or just seeing something that you say, hey, that's pretty cool. Most people go through life, they're not even aware of what the heck is going on. You know, they walk around with blinders on.
Right.
It's like, did you see that? No, I didn't see anything.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
So it's like, you got to be, you know, as encouragement to y'all out there, it's just always keep your eyes open, be aware of what's going on around you, but always be open to get involved in that. And the people you meet really are, I believe, the more I learn, the more I explore. I'll tell you, I really do think that most of the people, if not all the people in your life, are there for a reason. You know, maybe it's just a very little lesson you can learn from them. Maybe it's a relationship you can build. Maybe it's saying, hey, I don't like what they're doing, and that's something I will definitely not do. In and of itself, that's a lesson. Positive or negative, every experience is a lesson. You just got to go back daily. I suggest to all my clients, just go back daily and reflect upon what you have done that day and learn the lesson, positive or negative, whether you like the person or not, whether you know the person or not. Be open to learning the lessons. I learn every day, man.
It's that self-awareness. I love learning. That key word you said, self-awareness.
Self-awareness, you got to learn.
Have an open mind. Right?
Yeah,
it's like you're jumping out of a plane, you don't open up that parachute, you're going to find yourself skydiving on the way down.
That's a lesson you don't want to take twice.
No, definitely not.
Yeah, that won't happen twice, I'll tell you that much.
No, that's a one-time wonder for sure.
Yeah, so,
but,
hey.
You know, the lesson here is, folks, is that, you know, when you have an opportunity, you don't even realize, sometimes just that one split second of a decision that you make or don't make that'll either bring you to that point in life that is a purpose and not purpose for you, but no matter what the transition happens to be, it's what you take out of it, what you extract out of the experience, and how we can all learn from each other. There's things that I learned from Rich, on just different methods of professionalism, and there's things that he learned from myself, exchanging, whether it's publishing a book, writing a book, either way, or marketing. We all have these different valuable nuggets of wisdom and knowledge that we can share with each other. And when we unite as a whole, the purpose, it's not always about business. So like Rich brought out an excellent point, is that, it's one thing to have business and connect in that way, but also to formulate a friendship. And that's how we all connect and we exchange energy. For all we know, that we were thinking, adjacent or similar thoughts, almost at the same moment, 1,500 miles away, and, a month, 3 months, 8 months, or a year later, connected, brought us together. So, again, it's just an awesome, amazing thing, man. I'm just really glad that you're here.
Yeah, and that's a great point. Let me just say one more thing on that. Just imagine if we had bumped into that person, and that person had said to me, oh, I'm sorry I'm in your way, and I didn't say something like, that's okay, that's all right, you're exactly where you're supposed to be. Right. What if I was that jerk in Jersey, right? What if I was that Jersey jerk? And I said, lady, get out of my way, that's so rude, I'm trying to get my coffee. Man. Just that one little statement of me being positive and encouraging her, that was totally okay. I try to teach or speak to people, especially, elderly people. I'm like, man, if that was my mom, I wouldn't want somebody to be rude to her. So I tried to approach that person as that's my mom, and I'm not going to say, Mom, get out of the way. So I was kind of just positive with it. But imagine if I was that jerk, you never would have chimed in on what I had said. She wouldn't have smiled, if you remember. She smiled and was like, wow, you guys are rare, right? That we are. So we could have gone down a whole different path. Joe could have gotten back on the road. I could have gotten back on the road. Never would have met, never exchanged number. I would not be here. I'd still be making excuses why not to build a book or write a book. You would still be doing your own thing up in Long Island. And, everything has come to fruition in a time, but you got to take action on that. But just, again, it goes back to being aware, staying positive, just pouring into other people, and, just always be willing to give.
It's a generosity factor. If you remember, there's a book written by Ken Blanchard he wrote, The Generosity Factor, and explains exactly what you just expressed. And being generous. And it's not always about, finances. It's not always about, giving something material, but it's more of the energy. Being generous with our energy, our kindness, our love and affection towards each other, as beings. Because we're all beacons of light in our own way, traveling amongst our path. We're all on a journey headed somewhere. So, and there may be people, again, maybe you're headed on your journey, going somewhere, and you might feel, there might be misdirection, but guess what? That internal compass that you have is ultimately going to give you that direction so you can find the divine purpose and the divine timing that is meant for you. So I just want to say thank you again for coming here to visit it.
Thank you, bro.
I'm glad we met. Awesome. I really appreciate taking the time and sharing the little story and extend it on the first part. And
absolutely,
I'm looking forward to it coming out and everything to fruition. So I just want to leave off with this, that it really goes to show, ladies and gentlemen, that your internal creation is what creates your external manifestation. And it always goes back to the thought process, because every thought is a living magnet. And what we think is what we attract. You don't have to chase success, you attract success based on the person you are and who you want to become, and see it as if you're already so, and that will allow that creation internally to create that external result.
I couldn't agree with you more, Joe.
Excellent, Rich.
All right, again, I'll talk to you later. Have a great night.
Thank you so much. Take care, everybody. Have a good night. Love you all. Bye-bye.